Hello students, so welcome back to your online class. This is my second video for the students of standard 8. I was teaching literature, and in my last video I told you about the author of the prize poem, that is chapter 7, and I also told you the summary of the whole chapter. Okay, now in this video I will teach you line by line what is there in it. Okay, now let us see. Reynolds was in the infirmary convalescing after an attack of German measles. Okay, so Reynolds, he was in a hospital because he was recovering from illness. Okay, measles, German measles he had, and when he received a visit from Smith, an ornament of the sixth. Smith came to visit him. He was a student of sixth. Sixth means sixth year. See, it's written over the last 2 years in school. Okay, that is equivalent to 11th or 10th class. So he was a student of 11th or 12th class. Smith came to visit him. Now, by Jove, remarked that gentleman, gazing enviously round the sick room. They seem to do you pretty well here. So he said, he came and wished him, said that they are treating you very well, I hope. Yes, not bad, is it? Take a seat. Anything been happening lately? So he's asking him what's going on outside, what is happening, because they all are friends. Okay, now Reynolds is in the lower class. Okay, he is not in the same class with Smith, but they are friends. So Smith says, nothing much. I suppose you know me beat the MCC by a wicket. So he is interested in cricket. Yes, so I heard. Anything else? Prize poem, said Smith without enthusiasm, because he was not interested. He was not a poet. Reynolds became interested at once. If there was one role in which he fancied himself, so he thought of becoming a big poet, and he had interest in it. And indeed there were a good many. It was that of a versifier, a person who writes poetry's verses. Okay, a person who writes verses. So some of them were there who were interested. His great ambition was to see some of his lines in print. Reynolds, okay, he wanted to see his lines printed, and he had contracted the habit of sending them up to various periodicals with no result so far. So till now, nowhere it was printed. He did not get anything in return of it. So, but then he was trying. What the subject this year? He asked. He asked, what is the topic? The college of all things. So Smith told him the topic, that was the college of all things. Now, then he says, couldn't have a better subject for an ode? So he's asking, they could not get a better subject for an ode, means few lines of poetic verse. Okay. Wish I was in the infirmity, said Smith. Reynolds was stuck with an idea. Look here, Smith, he said. If you like, I'll do you a poem and you can send it up if it gets the prize. So he's saying that I will write a poem for you if you want. Oh, it won't get the prize, Smith put in eagerly. Rogers is a certain for that. That means it's certain that Rogers is a boy in their class who used to get every time in poetry, okay, prize. So he said that Rogers is there, so if you write also you won't be getting. But then he agreed. If it gets the prize, repeated Reynolds with asperity. He was interested in that. And he said that if he gets a prize, because the tone of it, while he was saying, he was very sharp in it, because he had that interest in writing poetry. You'll have to tell the old man all about it, okay? He'll probably curse a bit. That means if you get a prize, he's telling, if you get a prize, then you have to tell your principal, that old man, everything about it. He'll probably curse a bit, but then can't be helped. How's this for a beginning? And then he wrote these 4 lines for the poem. Okay, imposing pile reared up amidst pleasant grounds, the scene of many a battle lost or won, at cricket or at football, whose red balls full many a sun has kissed, the day is gone. So that is also about football and cricket, because he had interest in it. Smith. Well, said Smith, I must be off now. Then he said, I must go now. We have got a house match on. Thanks awfully about the poem. Then he said, thank you for the poem. Now, left to himself, Reynolds set himself seriously to the composing of an ode that should do him justice. So he started writing it so that it should be doing justice, that it would win a prize. That is to say, he drew up a chair and table to the open window, wrote down the lines he had already composed, and began chewing a pen. Okay, and then he started writing a poetry. Okay, he was chewing a pen, and then what he did, after a few minutes, he wrote another 4 lines, crossed them out, and selected a fresh piece of paper. So again 4 lines he wrote, he crossed them, again took one more paper, and then started writing. He then copied out his first 4 lines again. Same 4 lines he copied. Then he thought of writing something else. After hitting his pen to a stump, he jotted down the 2 words boys and joys at the end of a separate lines. This led him to select a third piece. Again he made, according to him, that something wrong went. Then again he took a third piece of paper on which he produced the title Ode to the College. Now in the third piece of paper he wrote the topic Ode to the College. Okay, ode means a lyrical poem that is addressed to a person or thing. Okay, it is a lyrical poem. Okay, now in printed letters at the top. So he wrote it, the topic Ode to the College at the top, and then started writing it. Now he was admiring the neat effect of this when the door opened suddenly and violently, and Mrs. Lee, a lady of advanced years, okay, of little age and energetic habits, she had a habit, okay, in a hurry to do everything, whose duty it was to minister to the needs of the sick and wounded in the infirmary, Mary entered with his tea. So she had to look after all the sick people over there in the hospital. She came in. She flung wide the gate of the sick room open, and the result was that what is commonly called thorough drought. Okay, wind came in forcefully, was established. The air was thick with flying papers, and when calm at length succeeded storm, 2 editions of Ode to the College were lying on the grass outside. So 2 of the paper flew out, okay, with the gust of the wind. Now Reynolds attacked the tea without attempting to retrieve his vanished work. So he did not try to get those papers back also, but then he thought of having tea. Poetry is good, but tea is better, he thought. Besides, he argued within himself. He remembered all he had written and could easily write it out again. So he thought that I remember what I wrote, so I can again write it. So as far as he was concerned, those 3 sheets of paper were a closed book. Okay, so it went away, and then he just forgot about it. He thought of writing once again. Now later on in the afternoon, okay, so what happened in the afternoon? Montgomery, of the same class, of the 6th, happened to be passing by the infirmary when fate, aided by a sudden gust of wind, blew a piece of paper at him. When paper came, okay, in front of him, his eye fell on the words Ode to the College. Montgomery, like Smith, was no expert in poetry. He also did not like writing poetry, could not write poetry. So when he saw the words, then he was interested in it. He had spent a wretched afternoon trying to hammer out something that would pass muster in the poem competition. See how hard he had tried. Okay, like hammering something out, okay, how to write the poetry, because they had to write a poetry, it was compulsory for all for the poetry competition, but without the least success, but he could not write any. There were 4 lines on the paper, 2 more, and it would be a poem. He thought 4 lines are there, 2 more lines I will add, it will become a poem for me, and capable of being entered for the prize as such. The words imposing pile, with which the fragment in his hand began, took his fancy immensely, and in less than 3 hours he had added the necessary couplet. And these 2 lines he added over there. How truly sweet it is for such as me to gaze on thee. Okay, then after that 3 hours he had added the necessary couplet to it. Okay, so there again while writing a pair of rhyming lines, again he wrote over there. Now 2 nights afterwards, after 2 nights, Morrison, also of the 6th, was enjoying his usual during prep siesta in his study. Okay, now he was in preparation to go to sleep, and that time he was trying to sleep, but the tap at the door roused him. He got up. Okay, somebody came inside. Hastily seeing a lexicon, that means dictionary, he assumed the attitude of the seeker after knowledge and said, "Come in." It was not the housemaster but Evans, who entered with pride on his face and a piece of paper in his hand. Okay, Evans entered there with a piece of paper in his hand. "I say," he began, "you remember you told me to hunt up some tags for the poem. So you had told me some to search for some lines for a poem. Will this do?" He showed one paper to him. Morrison took the paper with a judicial air. On it were the words. Okay, so acting as if he was judging the situation, so he just took the paper from him. So in this video till here, in my next video I will continue with this chapter again. Till then, goodbye.